Hello. Welcome to our channel, Lifelong English Learning Academy. In this video, we are going to talk about how to express our past abilities using could, was, were able to, and managed to. Before we start the past abilities, first, let's look at how to use present habits shortly. When we talk about our abilities, we use can or be able to. Let's look at these two example sentences. I can hold my breath for 50 seconds underwater. I am able to hold my breath for 50 seconds underwater. There is no difference between these two. She can speak Chinese, but she cannot write in that language. She is able to speak Chinese, but she isn't able to write in that language. There is no difference between them. Be able to has an advantage because it can be formed under different tenses without any problems and it won't change the meaning. I am able to sing in 4 languages. Present tense. You were able to take care of your younger sisters when you were a child. Simple past tense. He has been able to work in the same company for over 40 years. Present perfect tense. She will be able to run the project by herself. Future tense. We need to be able to start whenever we are ready. With modals. They had been able to stay in the same apartment for 10 years before they moved to another city. Past perfect tense. We also use can for possibility. For example, if you reject the treatment, it can cause permanent damage to your brain. The last thing about can is we use it to give permission. When he is done with the preparations, he can leave early today. For past abilities, can becomes could. Is, are able to, becomes, was, were able to. We use could and was, were able to express our abilities in the past. For instance, he could run for 7 miles when he was young. I was able to draw perfectly when I was in high school. I was so good at art class. Both express past abilities. We also use could to express permission in the past. We could use computers in the library whenever we needed them when we were at the university. She could work from home as much as she wanted to take care of her children. We use was, were able to, and managed to in order to express a specific event, a one-time event, or something that requires effort or a difficult situation. They give the same meaning. However, we cannot use couldn't in these types of situations. This is the biggest difference. For example, they managed to raise a good amount of money for children thanks to generous donations of people. They were able to raise a good amount of money for children thanks to generous donations of people. These sentences have the same meaning. This is a success, a specific event. We could raise a good amount of money for children thanks to generous donations of people. We cannot use could in these type of situations to give the same meaning. Could is only for past abilities and permissions in the past. Let's look at more examples. I managed to finish my thesis on time despite all the setbacks I had to deal with. I was able to finish my thesis on time despite all the setbacks I had to deal with. I overcame with a difficult situation. When she was young, she could or was able to read a lot. She used to finish 4 books in a week. This is an ability in the past. When I took some time off last summer, I was able to or managed to finish 4 books in 1 week. This is a specific event. In negative forms, we can use wasn't, weren't able to, and couldn't for all types of situations. Which means we can use all of them to express our past ability, to show that it is a specific, one-time event or a difficult circumstance, and to give permission. They weren't able to or couldn't open the door without key. She wasn't able to or couldn't cook before, but now she makes the best dishes in the town. Now it is time for the exercises. You have 5 seconds for each question. If you need more time, please pause the video and take as much as time you need. Let's start with the first question. They blank. Drive for long hours before stopping in the past, but now they need a break every 2 hours. Were able to. Or. Could. The answer is could. They could drive for long hours before stopping in the past, but now they need a break every 2 hours. This is a past ability. Question number 2. She slept for only 3 hours, so she blank. Submit her assignment on time. Managed to. Or. Could. The answer is managed to. She slept for only 3 hours, so she managed to submit her assignment on time. She overcame a difficult situation. Question number 3. Luckily, their small cat was blank. Survived the flood, and now it is in a safe place. Managed to. Or. Able to. The answer is able to. Luckily, their small cat was able to survive the flood, and now it is in a safe place. Here, both are for difficult situation, but in a sentence we see was be verb. That's why we need to choose able to. We cannot use was and managed to together in an active sentence. Question number 4. When he was younger, he blank. Eat lots of fast food, now he can't eat any due to his health issues. Could. Or. Was able to. The answer is could. When he was younger, he could eat lots of fast food, now he can't eat any due to his health issues. It is past ability. Question number 5. I blank. To reach the customer service although I called them for several times. Couldn't. Or. Wasn't able. The answer is wasn't able. I wasn't able to reach the customer service although I called them for several times. In this video, we mentioned we can use both for negative forms. However, here there is to. That's why we need to use wasn't able. Question number 6. Do you remember the Zozo's restaurant that we went in New York City? We blank. Get into that restaurant because we had made a reservation 5 weeks in advance. Managed to. Or. Could. The answer is managed to. Do you remember the Zozo's restaurant that we went in New York City? We managed to get into that restaurant because we had made a reservation 5 weeks in advance. This is a challenging and a specific event. Question number 7. They blank. Go to Disney World every weekend when they had an apartment in Orlando. Could. Or. Were able to. The answer is could. They could go to Disney World every weekend when they had an apartment in Orlando. This is a past ability, not a one-time event. Question number 8. They blank. Go to Disney World when they saved enough money for their expenses there. Could. Or. Were able to. The answer is were able to. They were able to go to Disney World when they saved enough money for their expenses there. It was a one-time event and it required extra effort. Question number 9. She was suffering from chronic pain in multiple joints, but luckily, she blank. Get rid of all her pain after a serious treatment. Could. Or. Managed to. The answer is managed to. She was suffering from chronic pain in multiple joints, but luckily, she managed to get rid of all her pain after a serious treatment. It was a difficult situation that she had to overcome. Question number 10. You blank. Leave the office whenever you wanted, which made the other employees a little bit annoyed. Could. Or. Managed to. The answer is could. You could leave the office whenever you wanted, which made the other employees a little bit annoyed. This was a permission in the past. This is the end of our video. Please like our video and subscribe to our channel to support us. Thank you.